What's up, everyone, and welcome to State of the Realms, your weekly news for everything Camelot Unchained. I am your host, Swiper, and today I'll be going over the weekly wrap-up for June 7th, 2019. If you're new to my channel, I take 5 of my favorite top 10-ish items and 5 of my favorite questions, and I present them to you in this format. This week's wrap-up was over an hour long, so I will not be covering everything. If you're interested in the weekly wrap-up that Camelot Unchained does every Friday, I'll provide the link in the description below. So let's get started. Alright, starting with number 1, tech. Moving siege engines. So this week, more work has been completed for these moving siege engines. And it sounds like it's going through a review process at the moment. Now, I know they said that the animations have not been completed and also attaching players to them have not been completed, but it sounds like they're at least mobile or moving around. I mean, that's my guess from the verbiage they were using. We also got a little tidbit about the corpse chuckers and the smoke mortars. I believe they're working on the abilities now, so I'm sure we'll hear more about these beastly engines each week. Alright, and number 2, design, balance pass. So simply put, this is just another pass at the balance of the abilities they have. They also said that this was also a way to weed out any issues in the system or any specific abilities that were not working correctly. So kind of sounds like a 2-for-1. They're going to balance some spells and make sure the spells are, working as intended. So if anybody listening to the stream is testing this game, make sure to voice your opinion about balance and spells and everything else. This way they can get to them and address them. All right, number 3, tech, internal tools. So CU team has improved the tool that is used for class balance. This should speed up turnaround time when it comes to class balancing. So I know this isn't specific to gameplay, but I think in the long run, it's going to be extremely useful for the team to help balance these classes, because I think we all know that balance is huge in every MMORPG, and if this team can give themselves the right tools to do this a lot faster, then it's only going to be better for us. Alright, number 4, UI, nameplates. So it sounds like they did a redesign on the nameplates. And they also touched up the floating combat text. So with the nameplates, it sounds like they just made them a little bit smaller. And the combat text, it sounds like they should be a little bit more vibrant and easier to read. Players should also see an icon of damage type for each damage number. So I gotta be honest with you, when I was playing the game, I really didn't put too much focus on these things because I know it's in beta, and I guess my expectation level for these types of small things aren't necessarily quite there yet. I think further down on the line, I probably would have started to notice a little bit more of these things, but really what I was focusing on was just the performance and everything like that. So it's good that they're making these changes, because it sounds like the community on the forums and everything were talking about these things. So it's nice to see that they're listening. Alright, and number 5, art/tech, doors. Yes, you guessed it, doors. So CU has created several cool concepts this week, and the first door we should be seeing and testing soon. I mean, we might see this next week. So this is going to be pretty awesome. I think we talked last week or the week before about doors and how they were going to put it on the Cherry Keep. Well, sounds like it's happening soon. So we'll actually get to see like doors on keeps. We'll actually get to shoot siege at these doors and see how they all react. And I think this is going to be huge. Like, I hope it's super successful, because if they can get these doors down, then they can move on to other things. All right, everybody, let's shift gears to the Q&A section. So starting with question number 1. How much art and coding is left for the support classes? So I think this question was basically saying, hey, when are we going to see these support classes, and is it anytime soon? So as some of you may know or may not know, coding is being done right now on these support classes. I think we talked about them like 2 weeks ago or so, but I could be wrong. I know these classes are extremely important to them, so I know they're working hard and they want to get these guys out to us. So hopefully we'll see them soon. I am really interested to see how these guys are going to play out, because I think they're going to bring a whole new dynamic to what we have out there now. And I hope they do this in a manner where support classes are fun and they're actually needed, and they are actually support classes and not just kind of a dulled down DPS version. All right. Let's move on to question number 2. How long will you try and balance this game before launch? So this was a good question. Mark basically said that they'll probably be balancing up until the last minute before launch. He kind of states that, hey, like with how complicated our ability system is, it sounds like we may be balancing forever. But hey, in my opinion, what MMO isn't balancing? You know, a lot of MMOs are always balancing through patches and expansions, and sometimes they should be balancing when they're not balancing because they're doing other things. So the good news about this game and this team is that they're dedicated to balancing and they understand the importance of balancing, because balancing is going to be key in this game since its main focus is PvP. All right, question number 3. Can you talk more about spell progression? So Mark goes on to talk about components and how creating abilities or spells work in this game. So I'm sure a lot of you already know this, so I won't go into that. And if you are unfamiliar with that, I did a brief overview of their mage presentation that goes over all of that, so you can take a look at that if you wish. So anyway, let's get back to the question. So the more you use your created spell or ability, the more you'll get like benefits from it, meaning like the cooldown could be shorter. The spell could hit harder. The cost of the spell could be less than it was before. You could even unlock different components to create more abilities. So one thing I really liked from his response came at the end. Mark basically said progression is something you look forward to getting, but it's not crucial to the playing experience, meaning he just wants people to log in and have fun. And I'm sure creating spells, that's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be awesome to theory craft and make spells that suck, make spells that are awesome, but you can do all that. But if the gameplay just isn't fun, then you're not going to play the game. So I think he makes a really good point. All right, question number 4. Since CU focuses on PvP so much, could this game become stagnant or redundant after a year? How long do you think this game will last? So first, Mark answers, yeah, it could become stagnant or redundant. That is why we have to keep things fresh. And one of his ideas is to add new islands and rotate these new islands in to change the dynamic of everything. He also mentions Dark Age of Camelot and how it's still running and it's been 18 years. Now that game's main focus is RVR, just like this game's going to be. He also points to games like Ultima and EverQuest and says these games are still running as well. So he said as long as we do a good job and keep things fresh, this game will last a long time. And I agree with him. I think what they need to do is get the classes right. They need to get the map right, and they need to have the motivation. And I think they're going to have that with Adepts, and I think they're going to have that with their unique classes. And I think they're going to be pretty good on map design considering they have so much experience with RVR and PvP. So overall, I'm dying, just like I'm sure many of you are too, to play this. And the further we get in the tests, I'm sure the further we'll get a better idea of how these islands are going to work and how everything is going to come together. All right, and for the last question, since skills get better with use, how will CU combat cheating? So think about this, right? You have 10 people in your party or 20 people in your party or whatever, and then you talk to the opposing realm over the forums and say, hey, let's meet here. Let's just start shooting, attacks at each other and leveling our skills. And hey, let's keep healers. Let's just heal while we shoot and auto attack and all that stuff. And meanwhile, we're raising all our skills. Nobody's dying. And it's a very fast way to do it, right? Well, it sounds like Mark has an idea of maybe capping certain components. As of right now, they're unsure of what they would cap out yet. And I'm sure in time we'll know. He also said that, hey, if you get caught, this is cheating and you'll get banned. So then you're probably thinking, well, won't people just log off once they cap their abilities or components? Well, that's definitely a possibility, but keep in mind that this game is about having fun and getting stuff for your character. The only way we know as of right now to get stuff for your character is to make sure your crafters can gather everything they need. And to do that, you're going to have to go out in the open world and protect them. And let's face it, you're going to need to own the depths so you can enter it. So that's going to also, force you to go and capture keeps and do things like that. One thing that really irritated me a long time ago in Warhammer was the whole trading keeps thing. I mean, that destroyed the game, in my opinion, especially when that game was on its last leg. People continued to do it. I mean, it was just like a known thing, and maybe it was just the server I was on, but eventually that's all people did. There was no RVR. You were just running around, getting a keep that somebody else captured, and it drove me crazy that they couldn't fix something like that. I mean, I know that game had a lot of problems, but I really liked it. It was one of my favorite games, and it had one of my favorite classes, which was the shaman. And it just drives me crazy when people do things like that. So I honestly hope to God nobody does stupid crap like this, because we all have been wanting a game like this for years. And if people are going to go and do that crap, it could really ruin the game. It could. I mean, let's face it, with thousands of people on, they're not going to be able to catch everything. So I hope whoever's going to be playing this game, whoever's listening, doesn't do this crap, because you can get a leg up. Sure, go for it. But if the rest of the server starts doing it and they can't keep up with the bans and people end up giving up, it's going to be another Warhammer and it's going to suck. So please, please, please don't do this crap. All right. That is going to do it for me today. And I must apologize. I had a little bit of a rant before, and I know this game is not Warhammer, and I know this team is going to do a great job combating cheating. So I'm not worried about it. It's just when I think about Warhammer and what happened, it just drives me crazy. But anyway, if you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you want weekly updates, please hit that subscribe button. For State of the Realms, I'm gonna be more consistent and get this video out on Sundays and or Mondays at the latest. So thank you so much for watching. You can also follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. So take care, everyone. Have a good week.